Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my show, the Jun Esma Live over Facebook Live and now with YouTube channel at Jun Esma YouTube channel. And I think I'm using Jesus Junior Garcia Esma YouTube channel, and of course with my Jun Garcia Esma Facebook account. So, mayong gabi ka ninyong tanan, and tonight again I will be having a special guest to showcase to you all about the title of my episode is actually work balance over hobbies, because in this time there are so many people who are really enjoying working and at the same time developing their hobbies, and they're able to keep themselves balanced. And I wonder how these people able really to balance everything while they're working, making so much money, and traveling, and we know that for the fact that everyone needs really a lot to generate money, and for whatever purposes, it may be for travel, it's maybe for building a house, it's maybe for just for savings, or maybe buying so many things. And this evening I'm so privileged to introduce to you a very dear friend. It's also a person who is whose field in interest is into architecture, and I'm so delighted that this man actually really able to say yes to me, and his hobby is actually playing the violin. And I wonder how these things will go on, and let's make it really a very beautiful night to reminisce later on as we learn something from my special guest tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my very own guest for the night. Drum roll, oy. Architect Nigel Abarquez. Hi,
Thank
Nigel.
you. Hello,
Hello.
good evening.
Hi, you are now on air. You are now
Oh,
live. How do you do now, Nigel?
I'm good. I came from a very busy day, but I'm doing well, I think.
You
Hello?
think you're doing well. Definitely, you're doing well with your look. I'm sure that you're doing well, especially that I think you are in really in living in a metropolitan, or what we call the urbanized city, and you have been enjoying seeing the view at night, especially in your location now. On someone,
Yes.
how do you really find it living alone away from your home?
Um, it's okay. I can manage as long as there's internet. So last weekend was not very good because the internet was a disaster. But I have a new service now, so I think much
Wow,
better,
you have a
much
new
better than
car?
last week. Much better than last week.
Wow, better than the time that I saw you driving with your white car.
Yeah, I went out to
It's
get
it's a
dinner.
better. Wow. I know, but you can just drive around and really enjoy whatever maybe
Uh,
things that you want to buy outside, because you're living really in a very nice location that is actually very conducive for you to enjoy what we call the
it's
amenities
very
of living in an urbanized.
it's very convenient living here. So
But
there are, a lot of things are just readily available nearby, and since I live in the business district, so there are a lot of restaurants and stores that are still open.
yeah, we don't have to tell everybody where you're staying at.
Excuse me.
Architect, I think we don't really have to tell everybody where you're living, or where you're residing now, because it's so dangerous. They might pick you up.
I'm living somewhere
Anyway,
in
the
Cebu
topic that
City.
we're going to talk about, architect, is yeah. I'm sure you're living somewhere in Cebu City, because if a lot of people will be able to watch this episode is all about work balance over hobbies. and
Okay.
how you're able to really capitalize on working and enjoying your work, and at the same time enjoy your hobbies, your violin, your favorite companion every time that you travel around the world. And also maybe you will be sharing to us what is really the reason why you love to travel. Are you
Okay.
ready? Are you ready now?
Yeah, I
And by the
heard
way, I
so
would
many
like to say
news,
thank.
June. So we might as well start.
Okay. uh, Architect, I know that you have your academic preparation as an architect. Are you now in the field? Are you still doing it at this time as an architect?
Actually, not anymore. I graduated uh, a little over 10 years ago. I got my license 2 years after to do apprenticeship work, and I also uh, did. I also worked in the education field in architecture for about 3 years before I decided to join the life insurance industry 6 years.
So you mean you were a professor focusing as well on architecture for about three
Yeah,
years?
professor is too much of a word, but I did become part of the academe in my former college.
Well, at least you're able to pay them back, and you can never say that you just get your degree and you go and shift into another field of business interest. So you're still
Uh,
able to pay them back for 3 years, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of students who graduated and mentor you or use you as their mentor.
I hope so. I hope they learned something.
And maybe at this time, if they will be able to see or view this episode of ours, then they will be able to probably learn something again from you, that you are an architect and you are doing your other, shall we say, endeavors that makes your life really so exciting. So now, how did you shift into the field of finance?
Um, it actually started after the 2013 earthquake. So I am from Bohol, just like you are, and my parents we come from there, and my parents live there now. We were hit by the earthquake, so there was damage done to our house. So it was sort of a reality check for me that I have to somehow get involved in a field that was, shall we say, more fruitful, or at least can compensate me well, no, to prepare for the future. So that was when I was invited by my agency manager now, Miss Laika Cruz, into the industry. And initially, I just wanted to do something worthwhile while maybe thinking of focusing on another career, or maybe rebuilding what was left of my career as an architect back then. But I enjoyed the time that I was when I was starting, and I really got a clear picture of.
Or maybe you were looking for diversion during that time because
Yeah, sort of. Well, what you could say, I was trying to make a quick buck, just trying to get into an industry that would pay me better right there and then. So I decided to
when
join. Initially, I was just planning to. Hello, hello. I think Nawa. Hello, hello.
Yes, Nigel. Nigel.
Yes, hello. Hi, sorry. I don't know if my
Okay.
internet was the one that got disconnected.
I think it's internet connection is having an intermittent signal, maybe. But I can
Yes.
see you, and then you were saying about your quick shift from your being an architect, and then it's because
Yeah,
that
so initially I just wanted to do this for maybe 2 to 3 years just to maybe have to something to do while thinking about bigger things in life, bigger plans, but I guess I was having fun and earning substantially well that I'm still here now, and uh, I could proudly say that business is getting better every year. So yeah, I think so.
so you mean you're saying that your earning now is much better than your earning when you were still an architect?
I'm not gonna say that it's much better, but I could say that I have more time for myself, and I don't have deadlines that were as serious back then. So for me, I think I'm enjoying my career now, and also uh, really reaping from the benefits of the efforts I put in years ago. So yes. Hello.
Yeah, when you say that you have more time, architect, when you say that you have more time, that means that when you are an architect, you have more deadlines, you have a lot of things to do. While as a financial
Um,
advisor or a unit manager now, you have more time for whatever activities that you want to do every day.
yeah, I think so. I definitely have more time now to do the things that I love to do. I have more budget. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that architects don't, but it really is a cutthroat profession, no? So it's not for everybody. Just like our industry, it's not for everybody. So I guess people have to really figure out what they want in life and what they're willing to do for the things that they want to do, so that they
Yeah.
can get into a career that really suits them best.
Isn't it because that you have been exposed with your parents who have been an entrepreneur as well? That's why you're shifting from being an architect and you're now going into your entrepreneurship thing, which is the financial advising business.
Yes, I could probably say that my parents, especially my mom, was very instrumental in me getting into an entrepreneurial career or a business, because I've seen her work so hard for another person, for a company, when I was younger, no? And then I realized that even if she puts in so much effort, she would only be paid the same. So back then, she was really paid well because my mom was a very hard worker, no, for that company. And we were
Yeah,
living
I can
very
sense it.
we were living very comfortable back then. But when she decided to start business, she really started from scratch. So even though she had a little capital money to start something, she really started something. She really started from scratch. So she went into the real estate brokerage career,
Hmm.
and it took a while before business was really doing well for her and for us. That I realized that the best thing to start something like that is as much as possible you have to start it when you're younger, no? So if you start later and you probably have more responsibilities, more liabilities, there's more at risk, and you're more afraid maybe, or to try something new, especially if you have more liabilities and more dependents with you. Na. So that's one of the reason why I
And
really.
that's what other
Excuse me, sir.
and that's probably the reason why maybe that's the reason why you have easily shifted into being a good entrepreneur because you really have seen your mom really making it really good so well in the field of entrepreneurship
Yeah, I guess so.
rather than just because an architect I think but an architect Nigel isn't it that architecture or being an architect you can also go into like being an entrepreneur as well like
Yeah,
coming up with
it
some
actually is.
designs,
It
going
actually is
into
a
construction business.
yes. It actually is a sort of business. It's not. Well, there are people who are employed by firms, and there are people who run the firms like businesses. No, it's a creative industry, so um, it can be run like a business, and there are people who are doing well with it as a career. No, they can work abroad or work for bigger companies. No, siguro I felt that I wanted to do more than that. That's why I explored other opportunities and really took risks along the way to be able to really get to do what I really want to do.
It seems that you enjoy now being a unit manager of Film Life. Uh, Maybe you can share it to our viewers that the perks that you've been enjoying so far that makes really I can sense that you're enjoying your life now than being an architect. So I think everybody deserves to hear it from you. What are those perks that probably you can say that being a financial advisor or a unit manager, then you're able to do this. Maybe you can share it to all of us.
Well, if you're a people person, I guess this is a career that's perfect for you because we get to meet people every day. I get to talk to new clients, new prospects. I get to interview people who want to join us in our career. And I think for me, the best part is really seeing them grow in our industry. No? Um, of course, you have to hold their hand, especially when they begin, because most of them come from an unemployment career. So you really have to hold their hand and give them the confidence to start this business. No? And then it's really heartwarming when you see them grow in the business, grow in the career, and when you see them grow as a person, I think that's the best part of the business for me. Hello, sir.
Yeah, it seems that you're sharing your blessing by seeing as well the people that you invited to join you to succeed as well, just like you do. Then you said that you have more time. Then how could you have more time when you make yourself busy every day like that with that kind of schedule, having an interviews and then meeting a lot of people? Then how can you have more time for yourself?
More time really. It's because you can
How do
actually
you
build.
how can you allocate more time when you said that you have a lot of meetings every day? You've been meeting people.
I think one of the nice things we have in this career is time flexibility. So you just really have to design the days. You schedule the days you want to work, the hours you want to work, and you can freely set aside time to do other things. And what's nice about our business is that um, a lot of the things that a lot of there are instances where you can just create a system, and when you have to leave, when you're on vacation or when you don't want to go to the office, as long as the system is put in place, then your business is still running.
So you mean you can always have more time for yourself, and then your people will just work without supervision, and you can
Well,
always
you
do
still
your
have to.
personal thing in the middle of shall we say, in the
You
scheduled
still
day
have
that you have
to.
a
Yeah,
given.
you still have to, check on them once in a while. But if you have taught them well and that they are self motivated, then it's really not a lot of work from then forward, from there forward. Hello? Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
I think a lot of people will get to be a lot of people are going to be very excited to know more on how much you're making money on every time, or how much you make or you earn every month, and why is it
Uh,
that you're able to afford the kind of life that you have now, or be hello.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
architect, you're still online, you're still live.
Yeah,
Architect,
yes, I'm not gonna put a figure on it, but uh,
nice.
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, just sit back and relax. I'll still be back for architect Nigel Abarquez, still online. And yes, he's back. He's back. He's on air. I'm
I
sorry
think he's
with our signal. I know that maybe there's something wrong with the signal today, and it's not really giving us really a very clear transmission of all our conversation.
yeah, there's a delay, I think,
And
in this.
we should call our president to make it sure that he will be able to check on why is our signal in the Philippines is not good as the signal in the.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Nice.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, there's actually problem with the signal. Maybe he know. Maybe the network knows that I'm interviewing architect Nigel Abarquez.
Yeah, they want to cut it off.
Anyway, architect, the very reason why we're really trying to really share your life now to everybody, so that we will be able to there is really a delay of communication, the signals, or the the transfer of signal to me and to you is actually there is such a delay. But
Yeah,
anyway, architect, another question that I would like to ask from you.
okay.
How do you balance your work